Hello, lovelies. So, this week, I really want to focus on how you can live the life that you want. Part of that is you've got to kind of rewind slightly and look at the factors that will create that happening for you. So, it really is about getting back in touch with yourself. I know there's the same sort of terminology and words come up time and again when I'm doing these videos, but it is true. It is all about being in touch with who you really are, which I know I've shared with you before, was something that I really had to work on. I kind of knew who I was, but I wasn't sure how to tap into that and how to then communicate that with the rest of the world when they all seemingly didn't want me to be that thing. And I know some of you will really connect with that because there's often this gap between who you are and who you can be. And really, for you to live the life to the fullest that you can and be content, if you're feeling like you're not quite content, you need to really focus in on who you really are, not, and then how you can be that person outside, not sort of being someone but having to hide it. So I really want you to sort of take stock, really think about, what do you want? So who are you? What things excite you, make your heart sing, make you feel excited about getting up in the morning? If you could do something, if you're not in a job where you feel like, yeah, I can't wait to get there, maybe you are. If you are, let me know what you do and why you love it. If you're not, let me know what you'd want to be doing and what you would love about it, because there may be elements of what you do that you don't really realize there is something that you can connect with. So say you really want to be a pilot and travel a lot, but at the moment you work as a rep, and okay, you travel but not in the same way. But sometimes just sort of rephrasing things and looking at things slightly differently can give you an appreciation for what you do have and realize actually it's not as bad as you think, or make the shifts to make it happen and to live the life that you want, because it's really important. Our time on this earth is short, and it is shorter than any of us would want it to be generally, and it's important to make the most of every day, be grateful for what we have and focus on what we want so we can attract more of that into our lives. So those things that excite you, that make you your heart sing, make you excited to get out of bed, even when you're tired, you feel like, yeah, you know what, I love it, I love that feeling when I'm doing it, so that's what I want to be doing. And what if you didn't have long left on this planet? What would you have wanted to do? What would have made you happy? What would have been the things that are important to you? It's a bit morbid, but they're all things that you really need to think about to then get the most of today. And sometimes it's about not focusing too much on something that's happened in the past, because the past is the past. All you can do from that is learn. So if you made a mistake, if something happened that you're not quite happy with, if something went the way that you didn't want it to, okay, that's unfortunate, but learn from it. If you learn from it, it won't keep repeating itself and become a pattern in your life. It will be a lesson learned, and you can take the goodness from that. Okay, from that, it was horrible, but I learned this and this, and I'm now going to do this and this in my life, in whatever area it is. You can learn from the bad stuff. There's always a way of spinning it, even in those moments where it really feels like, you know what, I don't know how to make today feel better. There are always ways of doing it. So it's about learning lessons from things that you may not have wanted to have happened, or you're upset they happened, or whatever it is, and taking some goodness from it, and then remembering that there's always something to appreciate today. So even if you're in a position where life is just crumbling around you, it feels like it, but someone smiles at you on the street and shows some level of kindness, or a relative or a friend rings you to see how you're doing. It's the little things that you may take for granted, or you may think, well, that's my partner or my mum, they should be ringing me. But actually, you can twist it and think, you know what, I'm really grateful that they have, because it's made a difference in my day. So for you to get the most out of what you want in life, and to really feel fulfilled and happy and content and excited and passionate and full of energy and vitality, there's always crystals to help you do this, but I want you to really, really, really focus on what's in your head right now. So you need to break it all down. Like I said, we're going to rewind. What do you want? What would make you happy? What do you feel that you don't have that would make you feel better? And what do you have right now? Because everyone's sort of always marching towards happiness, like it is some destination. It's that beautiful beach that we want to go and sit on and stay there forever. And then you get to the beach and it's like, okay, now what? Because it's not just the destination. The destination may be stunningly gorgeous and it may be very relaxing and you feel like, ah, zen, yes, this is my place. But it's the journey as well. It's the fun, it's the scraps, it's the, oh, that wasn't meant to happen, oh my. But in a year's time, that'll be the funny story that you tell everyone at a dinner party because can you believe this happened? Yeah, there's always going to be a spin on things. Things will always get better, even in those moments where they really don't feel like they're going to. They will. There's always a way of it working, of a way of you making it better for you, learning from it and appreciating right now. So I really want you to focus this week on what you want in life. I'm going to give you some tips and tricks and some ideas in the blog and expand a little bit more. But really sit down with yourself, brainstorm some ideas, write it out. What is it that maybe you don't feel like anything's missing, but maybe you do, and maybe you're not quite sure what it is, and when you can pinpoint it, then perhaps it's already in your life, but it's in a different way that you anticipated, and you can appreciate it in a new way. And I think a lot of the time we really need to take stock of what we have so that we can appreciate, because you can take things and people for granted because it's just how it goes. You get so caught up in the daily grind that you don't really think, actually, I'm really lucky because I have a partner that loves me, I have kids that are amazing, I have parents that are still fun and vital, I have friends that are really supportive, I have a job I love going to, I have money in the bank. Whatever your things are, the things that we often take for granted are the things that make the biggest impact on our lives. And it really is about, what do you have? Because you may already have the things that you think you're craving for, but you haven't realised them, or they're not quite in the way that you thought they were going to come. And hey, you can never know you got to take life as it comes. You got to roll with the punches, because the best way to be is to be adaptable, right? So you can have a plan, and that plan may have to change because you may change. You're allowed to change. That is one thing you need to be aware of. You're allowed to change because this is your life and you live it the way that you want to. So write it down. Let me know. You don't have to share it. You can just take away and think, you know what, yeah, I'm going to go do that. But you might not want to share it, or you might. If you want to send me an email to talk to me one-on-one about it, or get some advice on how to go about it, then by all means you can. I'll be dropping some little ideas of crystals that can help you along the way with these different things, because there are certain crystals that can help boost those sensations in you, help you make those realizations and things. But really just get your thinking caps on. What is it you want?